Hello and welcome to this episode of the Be Free podcast. And today I wanted to come on and have a chat with you about comfort zones and not in the way that you may think. So, I have often spoken about our comfort zones and kind of challenging the window of tolerance and overcoming, feel the fear and do it anyway. I'm taking a very different spin on the comfort zone today, and it's something that I think that many of you will relate to. And hopefully you'll find this episode helpful if this ever arises for you. So the basis, I wrote up a blog called "Why Does Feeling Good Feel Strange?" And this was on the back of, I had a conversation with a friend a few weeks ago, and I was saying to her, I was like, oh my gosh, I did not realize how awful I had been feeling for the past couple of years until now, when I am feeling more vibrant, more energized. I'm doing things that I haven't done, for years. And I was like, it feels so strange. And that's what I wanted to come and speak to you about today and give you some examples and just kind of give you some support if you are navigating out of a comfort zone. I'll make more sense maybe as we go through it. So, um, to be honest, I had really moved into this space of acceptance around my health. I would wake up most days, and most days have symptoms of some description in and around my hormonal health, my mental health, my physical mobility. Like that had just become my new normal. And I'd moved into this space of acceptance, not in a defeatist way, but just like, if my life is going to be like this forever, how can I make it freaking amazing? Like, how can I still love my life even if I don't feel 100%? Even despite life's challenges, how can I make this still amazing? And as I say, not in a defeatist way, I was still learning, looking at ways to support myself. I would wake each morning and just say to myself, every day my body is getting healthier and healthier. Every day my health gets better and better. And guess what? It did. And I was feeling the best that I have in years. And I was doing things that I hadn't been doing for a long time, like um, you know, going out for meals, horse riding, weight training, driving without anxiety. There were so many like amazing things going on. So it came as a huge shock to me, and I spoke about this in last week's episode when the doctor was concerned about my health, because in my head, heart, and soul, I was like, are you actually kidding me? I am feeling the best I have felt in years, and you think there's something wrong. Um, and yeah, it really took me aback. And obviously the doctor stopped my HRT immediately, and I was in complete shock. And instead of kind of falling back um to where I was, I still felt great. And the weirdest thing was I felt strange that I felt healthy. And I want to just kind of go through that with you and, as I said, give some examples. But yeah, being unwell had become my comfort zone. And this is the thing, we often associate our comfort zone with this like place where we don't feel challenged and life is great and we don't want to kind of push ourselves and all those kind of things. But actually, that isn't always the case. And it can be that our comfort zone just becomes our new normal. So back like about a decade ago, I used to have crippling anxiety, and a similar thing happened then. I used to wake up every single day with chest pain, tightness in my chest, tightness in my throat. And it wasn't until one morning I woke up and it wasn't there that I realized that it had always been there. And I was searching for it. I'm like, oh my gosh, the anxiety's gone, the chest pain's gone, the tightness is gone. And I would actually almost be looking for that because that is what I had become used to. Um, and that's what I was discovering, last month and a bit of the month before, that things that would normally trigger me, the symptoms weren't there. I was doing things and things were happening. And I was like, oh, oh, this is fascinating. Like I have energy and things aren't triggering me and my resilience is better and I'm managing to cope with things better. So I think so often we think that moving out of our comfort zone requires you like to face your fears, to overcome big challenges, feel the fear and do it anyway. But what if actually our comfort zone simply is what that you're used to? So it could be maybe you're used to making poor choices with relationships. Maybe you're used to ill health. Maybe you're used to overeating. Maybe you're used to being bullied at work. Maybe you're used to having depression. Maybe you're used to having anxiety. So you can see like none of those things are freaking comfortable, right? But that might be your comfort zone. So I want to share today how we can support ourselves in overcoming those kind of things, because overcoming that kind of comfort zone, coming out of that kind of comfort zone, requires a bit of a different approach than if you are learning a new skill, tackling a big goal, all those kind of things. So a little bit about our brain. So our brain is always making assumptions, and our brain bloody loves the comfort zone. It loves consistency. It loves just like repetition. So when things aren't the same, i.e., say you've got anxiety and then one day you don't, your brain's like, whoa, 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 what is going on here? This isn't good, right? Because it is so used to this neural pathway of anxiety always being there. Um, so uh, bizarrely, our brain and our bodies view these situations as safe when ultimately they're not safe. Yeah, you could be in an abusive relationship, and that may be something that you have grown up with throughout your life, and that is all you've ever known. So for you, that is your comfort zone and consistency for your brain. Um, but we all know that that really isn't safe and really isn't comfortable. Um, so our brain seeks out similar things, so because it knows how to respond in these situations. Um, okay, so here's an example. So in my younger life, I dated some guys who maybe weren't, well, they were hard work. So I dated some guys that were hard work. So when I met my husband, he was kind and loving and caring, and it was so easy. And it really made me question things. I was like, oh my God, this is never going to last. Like something's not right here. This is all too easy. Because my comfort zone previously was always like drama, like there was always something going on. I wasn't used to comfort, ease, and kindness. Um, so in order to get used to this new comfort zone, it really does require a different approach. So if I was coaching somebody in the past and they had anxiety, for example, and say they wanted to go to, I don't know, the supermarket and they've got social anxiety. So you would generally move out of your comfort zone, out of this little window of tolerance, a little bit into the fear zone. Then I would ask them to come back. Yeah, come back into the comfort zone, a little bit into the fear zone, up to maybe the growth and learning zone, and then come back into the comfort zone. So that way you can begin to build up confidence, you can begin to build up self-esteem, you can begin to build up trust, without setting yourself back. So it's the same if you're tackling a new skill or a new goal. we always need to show our body that it's safe. So we can say it's public speaking. You put yourself out there, you do it, you come back, you regulate. Y- You begin to learn, oh, actually, that wasn't as dangerous as I thought it was going to be. You do it again, da 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 da. However, moving from your uncomfortable comfort zone into a new normal really requires so much patience, love, time, and time to build up that trust, and lots of affirming that you're worthy. Okay, a lot of work in and around self-worth. You are worthy of this experience, and that this new experience is normal and your new normal. So rewiring our brain for this takes exposure and reflection and consistent awareness. So we're wanting to rewire the brain for this new normal. And there's a few different ways we can do that. And there's a few different ways that I've been doing that. So that each and every night I have at the side of my bed what I'm calling my success journal. And I write and have been writing for 2 years, all the things that I've been doing that have gone well that day. Like today, for example, I will probably be writing about I took the dog to the beach. We went round the DIY store. I went horse riding. I drove myself. Um, what else have I done today? I can't think. More will come at the end of the day, but just I write these things, affirm to myself that this is my new normal. It is normal for me to be driving by myself, anxiety free. It is normal for me to be walking my dog on the beach. It is normal for me to be walking around, you know, the DIY store and feeling okay. Like this is my new normal, and I need to keep showing my brain that, yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this. So writing it down and acknowledging things can be really, really helpful. Bringing awareness and focus to all that is great in your life. So I have a gratitude practice that I do in the morning with my beautiful Soul Sanctuary members, whereby I will begin to affirm all the things that are going well in my life. Okay, so we're shifting the brain's focus to everything that's going well. We're not focusing on, say you have chronic pain, we're not focusing on, oh my gosh, I've got pain in my neck, it's traveling down my leg today, da 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 da. We're focusing on, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful I managed to go for a walk. I am so grateful that I had a great night's sleep. I'm so grateful. So we are demonstrating again and affirming the great things that are going on in our life. Um, Now, when we're doing this, you again, as I mentioned, your brain is going to be trying to look for all the things that it's used to in the past, and you might get a little bit of anxiety, even though what you're doing is actually like potentially more safe. So we need to challenge the thoughts, challenge the thought processes, and just tell our brain, we're safe. We're safe in this moment. And we can do things to support our body with our safety as well. We can do a lot of nervous system regulation. And the more you can regulate your nervous system in your new normal, then your brain, your body, heart will all begin to realize, like, oh my gosh, this feels good and we're safe and it's okay and we're allowed to feel this way. Um, so yeah, using things like affirmations, meditations, journaling, tell your friends and family that life is good. Find people that are going to celebrate with you, celebrate your success. I used to be part of an anxiety program, and they had a Facebook group, and it was in that Facebook group, which was not like a normal anxiety Facebook group, because most of them are quite can be quite depressing and sad. This group, you weren't really allowed to do that. You were only allowed to share like share successes. You weren't allowed to get attached to the story, and that was so powerful, just seeing other people that you can celebrate their success and celebrate your success. So, yeah, regulate your body, affirm, affirm, affirm. And the final part I want to add to this is there will be blips, right? There will be setbacks, there will be failures, but with each of these, you are going to bounce back more and more and more resilient, more aware, and more ready to embrace your new life. So, for the example of, you know, my husband, for example, like back in the day when we were first dating, and as I said, that felt like almost uncomfortable because it was comfortable. You know, maybe like you might have setbacks in that area by like sometimes I would just like, I don't know, start an argument or overthink things that, like, well, why are you being so nice? Like, looking for something bad to happen. And that is such a common thing. But the more we can kind of bounce back from that and again build up that self-love, that trust, that self-esteem, the more we can realize that actually we can live a beautiful, meaningful, safe, comfortable existence. So I hope that that is helpful today. As I say, I just felt really, really called to write about this and podcast about this week. Um, and yeah, please let me know if it's something that you resonate with. Next week, I feel like I am probably going to write a blog and do a podcast around tips to support your mental health, physical health as we approach the darker seasons of the year. And that's something that I've really been focusing on, and I thought it might be quite good to share some of the tips and tricks that I have been using. And then we have a beautiful guest coming up after the school holidays as well. Unfortunately, she had to cancel before due to family commitments. So I'm looking forward to having her interviewed for the podcast too. So let me know how you guys are doing. I always love to hear what you've been up to. Tag me, share podcasts with friends, loved ones, family members. And if there's anything at all that you want me to speak about on the podcast, do reach out, let me know. And I'm always happy to share some wisdom on anything that I can. So I am wishing you a beautiful rest of week with so much love from my heart to yours. Bye bye, my loves.